Showing up for the Broncos and for the community, Boise State redshirt senior forward Kenzie MacMillan has devoted her time to serving others. In her final year of eligibility, MacMillan is leading a fundraiser campaign for the Shine On Foundation, which supports individuals with special needs and their families. Balancing the start of this new season while giving back off the field, making a difference is simply a part of MacMillan's DNA. Hello everyone, welcome back inside the Mountain West Network studio. I'm Karlie Drew, and we're going to head down to Boise, Idaho, where we are now joined by Boise State women's soccer player Kenzie MacMillan. Kenzie, thank you so much again for just taking the time to be here with us today.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me.
Kenzie, you've taken a different approach to how you are starting off this season. You're giving back, but this is something that your family is all too familiar with. How did this just involvement in serving just inspire you growing up and leading to, you giving back now as a student athlete?
Yeah, so my aunt actually has an organization down in California that's a nonprofit as well. So I've been around that since I was younger. And then my dad has just always been involved with his work and like his company and stuff just to give back to the community, especially during the Christmas time. There's this thing called organization called NIGU down south in California. That means never ever give up, and that's for kids with cancer. And so I've always grown up to being around nonprofit organizations and giving back. And then also, I've been around people that have been in it. My sister had a good classmate that was part of the NIGU organization. And my dad always did golf tournaments and stuff. My mom would always volunteer there. And then the older I got, the more I understood, the more I started getting involved with volunteering.
Well, that's so great. And, you're doing it within your senior year. What has that experience been like to partner with the Shine On Foundation and create this campaign all while in the midst of being a student athlete?
Yeah, the organization's an amazing group of people. They're in the local mall down in Boise. And so actually a good amount of our team has partnered with them with a regular NIL deal that we've been fortunate to create that with. And so when I heard that they give $1 back per product to an organization with special needs kids, it kind of popped up in my mind that this is the organization I want to work with. And my dad and I have always talked about giving back and stuff and like maybe trying to make it like a fun way. And after my junior season, knocking in a few goals and stuff, we talked about it, but I ended up getting injured last season, unfortunately, so it didn't end up working out last year. But this year we talked about it, and then I reached out to local companies in Boise, and everyone was really on board with it. And it did not take a lot of effort in my part for them to say yes. There are great companies and stuff that wanted to help out.
Yeah, that's so awesome. And you just mentioned your injury. You injured your ACL. I guess now knowing or having a change in perspective after your junior year, what has just the reward been like getting back out onto the pitch, performing the way that you have while also, serving the community?
Yeah, honestly, I'm just glad to have the opportunity to play again. I think that people and myself honestly didn't realize the opportunity to play every single day and be able to get out in the field and be able to run around, because there was one point I couldn't even get up out of my chair with my injury and stuff. And so being able to be out there with my best friends and being able to do the hard running and do the hard things that I took for granted, I think, before I got injured. And so now I'm just really appreciative of being out there, and I could always find time to do things. I figured that out too. And then I also had a different perspective of like being on the sideline and stuff and learning more in soccer wise, and then also having the opportunity, my team was traveling, to think of this organization kind of thing, kind of go from there.
Mm-hmm. And what has that balance been like for you, Kenzie, to devote your time to this campaign while also, traveling out on the road, you still going to classes, being a well-rounded student athlete, right?
Yeah, so honestly, like I made it pretty easy for myself preparing for like the Excel spreadsheet of keeping up with like how much money we are raising and stuff, and reaching out to the companies before fall camp did start, just so I could have it easier for me during this busy part of season with school and with traveling and obviously just being in season. And so I think that like just being prepared earlier on before school and soccer started really helped, because all I have to do is put some numbers into an Excel spreadsheet, and it's pretty easy for me. So.
Good deal. At the end of the day, just what do you hope this campaign achieves? I'm sure you're inspiring so many people in the community that has supported you at the end of the day. But what do you hope this just does, as you push the envelope forward?
Yeah, I hope that it opens the people's eyes in Boise to think about the special needs community. When I talked with the owner at the soap company, they were saying that it's not really that big in Boise. And so just being able to make a difference for those kids and those young adults and stuff and being able to help them out and their families. They've been through a lot. And honestly, I worked with people, a lot of different people from back home, but being able to work and see those special needs kids when we went in there for the actual NIL deal, like little thing they put on for us, it was really important to me to be able to help them. And then also I hope to just inspire other athletes to make fun ways to raise money. I mean, it could be how many free throws you make on a basketball court, or like how many touchdowns you have for football. And so it's being able to like have this out there for different athletes to see, like, it's not, even if you don't have the money personally, there's so many amazing companies and great people within these Mountain West communities to be able to put themselves out there and be able to help people.
Kenzie, you said it perfectly, because I was going to ask you, to any athletes here in the Mountain West that maybe want to give back the way or in a similar way you have, what should they do? So you answered that perfectly. But as you head into this final chapter, I know it's probably so bittersweet for you, but what legacy do you hope to leave at Boise State?
I just hope to, obviously, with this organization that I'm helping out with, I hope to leave this legacy. And then I also just hope, I like to bring a lot of energy to every day to practice and to games, like no matter what mood I'm in and like what mood other people are in. So my goal is just to be known as like the energetic person that just brings out the best in people. And that's my goal as I graduate in December.
Well, awesome. Kenzie, that's all I have for you. Just thank you so much for your time again and just your inspiration to get people to serve here throughout the Mountain West.
Of course, thanks for having me.
Everyone, that was Kenzie MacMillan. Boise State begins conference play this Thursday. The Broncos will be back on the pitch. They play the Wyoming Cowgirls. The two kick things off at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. From the Mountain West Network studio, I'm Karlie Drew.